I don't know if you're like me watching this video. I also watched a ton of newborn essentials because this is my first child. I'm a first time mom and I didn't know what to get. So I looked up things and I just wanted everything that I seen that was aesthetically pleasing. We didn't have the budget for that per se. I mean, my family helped a lot with getting a lot of things. If you want to check out our baby shower haul on our couples channel, these are the things that I think is needed. And I wanted to make this video obviously for first time moms who don't know what to get, and also for like younger age moms, your budget got to be a little bit more friendly. So some things you really don't need, you just want it. And it's okay if you get it and you want it, then by all means get it, because I did a couple things I got that I didn't need, but I wanted it because it looked cute or whatever. So let's get into it. Hey, what's up you guys? For those who don't know, which is everybody watching this video because this is my first video, my name is Ava. Me and my husband also have our couples channel, The Wade Family. Check that out. So I have 11 different categories on what to add to your registry or what to get. I'll just read you guys off those categories. So we have stroller, car seat, sleeping, feeding, nursing, diapering, bathing, hygiene, activities and gear, cleaning, clothing, and medical. And I'm also going to be comparing all the essentials compared to like necessities, like affordable things that you need for your baby. So our baby shower haul video, I'll actually link it below if you guys want to watch that. Okay, so for stroller and car seat, I got Graco Snug Ride infant car seat from Target. I originally had a different one on my registry by Baby Trend. I personally didn't like that brand with the car seat because it was hard trying to maneuver, and once you got it locked in, it was hard trying to get it out. It was just a tussle. I like the Graco one. He's almost growing out of it too, so that's why I also am going to be linking below a car seat that we plan on getting, that we like, that we've seen in Walmart, but it's also on Amazon. It'll be linked below, but it's like a 4-in-1 system. It'll grow up to, I think, when they're 60 pounds, and like it's rear facing, so most likely going to get that one. That's the one we want, so I linked it below just in case you guys want to check that one out. But for the one we did have, it was $280. So a little pricey, not as pricey as the Duna, the $500, $600 Duna that looks like, you know, modern, cute, you want it, but it's okay if you can't get it. But ours was $280. So what I liked about ours is the car seat comes out of the stroller. It clicks in, comes out, so it can go in the car. The stroller part folds down easily. And it also came with the sitting up stroller. Once he does grow out of the car seat, it can be a sitting up stroller. However, you would need to purchase another car seat for traveling in the car. So another essential that I think is important is the roller shade to block the sun out when you're driving in the car. But as an affordable option, if you have to cut back on one item that you're trying to get that you didn't receive already at your baby shower or gifted to you, what we do, because we want to wait till we get our car to our own car to hook it up. That's a whole nother story for a whole different day why we don't have our car. One thing we do is we set up his stroller and we close it so if the sun's in his face, and we just use a swaddle sheet. So not a blanket, a thick blanket, because if it's hot, you don't want this steam to get trapped. He's everywhere making all the noise, so excuse him. We use a swaddle sheet because it's thin, it's light, and he can still see some sort of sun, but it's not, blinding him and in his way. So yeah. And then also, just a little side tip that his doctor told him is once they're 6 months, I think 4 to 6 months, 6 months for sure. Don't quote me, ask your doctor, but 6 months for sure. He can have 4 to 6 ounces of water if it's hot. By the time he was 6 months, Judah was on formula. Water's already in formula, so I wasn't super skeptical about is he dehydrated. However, if he got super hot or he was sweating or steamy, because he sweats easily too, I would just give him no more than 4 to 6 ounces of cold water. Now we're about to get into sleeping. Let's just face this, and I learned this as a first time mom. If you can get your baby on a schedule, good job. Don't feel bad if you can't for the first 6 months, really. Sometimes now, but he's gotten on a better schedule. And he started sleeping through the night once he was 4 months old. But then that was also around the time. So he started sleeping through the night once he hit 4 months for 6 hours. And then he started teething. So you know, it goes back and forth. You just gotta work on their schedule. You gonna thug it out, wake up when they wake up, sleep when they sleep. Sometimes that's hard, but you know, you just make it work. I'll say 3 essential items for under the sleeping category. 1, we got the bassinet bedside sleeper with a storage basket for $200 on Amazon. It'll be linked below. He slept in it for a good amount of time. Actually, I know some babies don't like bassinets, but Judah slept in his for a few weeks because he does sleep with us still. Sorry for the moms who don't like that, but he sleeps with us, and we're gonna change him into a different crib. And I'm also gonna link the crib that I'm looking at just in case you guys want to look at it too. We haven't got it, but I'll link it below just in case you guys want to see it. But we did try the bassinet bedside sleeper and I loved that. But Judah also start walking soon. Walking comes with standing, and standing in a bedside sleeper is not safe, so we returned it. Key thing, affordable. Return your items, especially if they're not like damaged or no wear and tear on them. Just return them and use that money to buy something else. We returned it, $200 worth of money. We returned it and got some other things. All in all, the bassinet and the crib that we do want, which can be like turned into a toddler bed as well. It's a 4-in-1 convertible crib type situation. That will both be linked below. And then third that I feel like is essential is a sound machine. We don't have one. Why do I think it's essential? Because it helps them sleep. But we're being affordable here. So if you don't have the money, Google YouTube on your phone. Google YouTube on your PS4. As long as you got Wi-Fi or data, just use YouTube and Google in white noise. Or we really liked, I'ma just post a picture of the video that we used to watch with Judah, even in the postpartum room. I think it's not Silent Night. It's some song that every, like, you know, that's common. Okay, so now let's get into feeding. This pimple won't let me be great. Anyways, so for feeding, I wanted to make sure I mentioned WIC. So for those who qualify, even if you think you don't, I would still try and apply it to WIC. What WIC does is it covers your baby up until they're 5 years old, I believe. Obviously, like, as long as you keep qualifying, it covers your baby up until they're 5 years old. So for Judah, as a newborn, he got covered on his formula. So if you're not breastfeeding, you choose not to breastfeed, your formula would be covered. I was breastfeeding in the beginning. I was doing both, but mainly bottle feeding, but like breast milk and formula. So I was able to qualify for not only formula, but also things for myself to make sure I was fully nourished to be able to breastfeed. So I got milk, eggs, yogurt, peanut butter, natural 100% juice, formula, all that good stuff. As Judah got older, he's 10 months right now. Once he hit, I want to say 4 months, I had an interview. So you have an interview every quarter with WIC to see, like, you know, what things you're feeding him, and they'll support you in that way. Once he hit 6 months, I got off of the food. So I no longer got milk, eggs, but I was still able to get his formula. I was able to get him some baby food, like, you know, start eating solids. And then I was able to get him rice cereal and rice oatmeal. So I'm still able to get those. And then once he hits a year, that's when the formula will be gone and they want him to be on actual milk. So 3 newborn essential things under the category of feeding that I believe that you need is obviously baby bottles, a baby food maker, and burp cloths. We like to use the Muslim burp cloths and also the ones that snap around. Judah actually, he didn't spit up like that. Like, I can count on my fingers how many times Judah spit up. Maybe that's a blessing. You still need a burp cloth just for, like, you know, wiping milk off of his mouth. You don't know what your baby's gonna do. You're still under your baby. For the baby food maker, I actually have a video on our joint channel when Judah first started eating his solids. And then the baby bottles, we used Event Anticolic bottles. I have his milk prepped and ready to go already, but they look like this. And what this Anticolic little tongue does is, you see, if I tilt the milk like this, he's drinking the milk and he lets it go. This nipple part still keeps it full with milk, so he's not sucking in air. I'm looking real comfortable right now, but so he's not sucking in air. So this is good. And then also what I learned is when you feed him the bottle, you want to make sure this tongue part is facing up, because the milk comes through this side, and this side, the tongue part is suctioning, like, so there's no air. So you don't want to be feeding him like, you know, this way. You want to make sure the milk from here is coming into here. So tongue up. So the next category is nursing. So I have nursing maternity bras, nipple cream, the Haka Mom Cozy for the manual breast pumps, like the wireless ones that you can wear out in the car or something if you needed to. The hospital gives you a pump. You can also apply for a free pump, like with your state or something like that. I would ask your OBGYN. And then you also have like lactation treats that you can get. Most of mine that I tried was from Target. Starting with the maternity bras, what they do on Amazon, which I'll have linked below, is they snap here and you pull it down. I honestly still wear them right now and I'm not breastfeeding, but because they're comfortable. But you snap, you let down, they can breastfeed or you can pump, and you clip it back on. It comes with nude, black, and like a pastel pink. It was really cute. You also have nipple cream. The hospital should give you some. My hospital did, like a little mini one, but obviously you're gonna want a bigger one. But what it does, it's like a chapstick that you have for your lips. You got a chapstick for your little boobies or for your big boobies like mine. Then there's the Haka on Amazon. They have the actual Haka. Oh, and then also I'm forgetting to do like the affordable thing. So like for nipple cream, if you can't afford it for some reason after you've used what the hospital gave you, use some Vaseline. If your baby, ask your doctor. But if your baby's not contact with your boobs and you're just, you know, bottle feeding, you're just pumping and bottle feeding, he or she is not latching onto your boob, maybe use some Vaseline in that area. But if your baby is latching on, I would ask your doctor first to make sure that Vaseline is edible, because the nipple cream that they give you, like by Lancino, I think it is edible, so your baby can eat it, swallow it. For the Haka, what the Haka does, I used it sometimes, but because I stopped breastfeeding when Judah was like 2.5 months, I no longer needed it. But for those who plan on breastfeeding, and if I have another child, I do. It's a clear cup that you suction onto your boob. You squeeze it, put it on, let it go, and you have to like see what works for you, because sometimes it could hurt, but it shouldn't hurt. You get it to where it's comfortable with you, and if you have baby latched on to one boob, you can have your Haka on the other boob catching on that stream, because sometimes the other one will leak if there's suctioning from one side and not the other. One thing that I actually heard another YouTuber say, and I want to make sure I mention it in this video, so there's 2 separate cups on Amazon. There's one that like if you sit down it could tilt over and you don't want it to spill your milk because it's liquid gold. And then there's another one that has a suction at the bottom to where it sits up straight. The sit up straight one is like a few more dollars, but if you want to be inexpensive, just get you like a mug that you already have, I'm sure, or a cup. Place it in that cup. So always have that cup next to you so you can set it down until you're able to pour it in like a storage bag or baby's bottle. And the Mom Cozy, it worked for me. It definitely got some milk. It was just my own personal battles with choosing to just straight do formula. I'll link the ones that I got below as well. And then also, if you do have bigger boobies, make sure what's it called? It's the little silicone, well, that cups to your boob. It's like the barrier between your boob and whatever's sucking your boob. Make sure that, I think it's a flange, but make sure it's the right size, because mine were too small. I think one of the hospitals gave me a small one and it hurts. So I upped the size and it didn't hurt as bad. It's uncomfortable when you first do it, but it didn't hurt as bad. And then it was also able to get more milk because it was the right size. So keep that in mind. You can apply to get a free pump. It's a good pump, but I think the pump is more so if you're already having your supply coming in. That's when I would use that pump. But the hospital gives you a very good pump if your coverage covers it, I believe. And it's rentable. It's $2,000. You do not have to pay that $2,000. Well, I did it as long as your coverage. I don't know if it's with coverage or not. With our coverage, we didn't have to pay for the $2,000 down. Now, if we broke it or lost it or didn't return it, that's when we would have had to pay that $2,000. But they give you like a few months to rent it. And then as long as you call before the deadline, you can ask for an extension, like, hey, like I'm still having trouble with my supply, can I extend it? And then they request that, and then they let you know if you can extend it or not. The health, I don't know if it's in every state, but I know in California it was APRIA, A-P-R-I-A, APRIA Health, and they're the ones who you return it to. Now, when you have a newborn, it can be hard and you feel like dang, like I'm in the house, like I gotta get out and get up and get baby dressed. It's not even a doctor's appointment to go return it. No, they will come to your house to pick it up. And then the lactation treats, I can't really give too much information on getting your supply up because for one, that's not really this video. And two, I didn't do it for as long. But a couple things I will say is Target has lots of little snacks you can try. But I will say one thing is drink a lot of liquids, a lot of liquids. Okay, for diapering is our next category. First, we have the diaper bag. I will be linking below the diaper bag we chose to get. This is the diaper bag we chose to get. I liked it because I felt like it was unisex for if I'm holding it or Quez is holding it. If you don't care about that, then that's you. Oh, this is the nipple cream that the hospital gave. It's very small, but it's lanolin. I said lanolin. Lanolin cream by Medela. You see these cute little lounge changing pads, getting a dresser with a changing pad, and you may not have the money for that. So this bag comes with a waterproof changing pad. That's this color. This changing pad is also a part of our trunk organizer, which I think I'm mentioning that in the video, but just in case I forget to mention it when it comes up. This changing pad came with the trunk organizer from Target. I looked up Target and I couldn't find the link anymore. I found it on Amazon, so I'll still link the exact one below that comes with this. Then I also got a diaper bag, like a little Kaiser tote bag from Kaiser. So I use that one in the house. So I keep diaper, wipes, and Vaseline, his thermometer, all that good stuff in his bag to just carry around because it was free as opposed to just buying a caddy to carry around. I didn't have to. So I use that one in the house, and then on the go, anything outside the house, that backpack. So I put the diaper cream applicator. You don't need this being affordable, but if it's like you're out on the go, don't have hand sanitizer anywhere to wash your hands, you need to change baby. But it looks like this Bumco wipe, I think we got from Walmart, but no, Amazon, just kidding. But you take this, you scoop it in the Aquaphor, Vaseline, whatever you have, petroleum jelly, and you wipe it on baby's bottom to prevent diaper rash. But I just thought that was cute. You don't need that, but you know, it's usable if you have nails. The trash guy's here, so excuse if you hear that noise. Okay, now we're gonna get into bathing. This was my most favorite part, looking forward to bathing, because it's just so cute seeing water on the baby, their hair, how they look all cute. It's just cute. But we use the Blooming Bath Lotus the most, which is like a flower bathing thing that we put in the sink. And then we also have him like a bathtub, which we were able to use once he got bigger. But honestly, Judah is looking like a 1-year-old. We still use that flower. Okay, and then the baby bath will also be linked below. The soaps we use for baby, we really like the Mustela for his body. Shea Moisture Coconut I have. Should I get it? I should get it. So this is the Mustela soap and the Shea Moisture. And it says baby on it. And baby is crying right now. Because he seen me walk out, I went in there to get it, and now he's crying. So let me go back in that. Before I go back in there real quick, we also use this one for nighttime. So daytime, or not going to sleep soon. Nighttime, we want him to go to sleep. The lavender, it's supposed to make babies go to sleep. And then his hair. So for hygiene, outside of the shower, we got these, which is like a finger toothbrush for your newborn. Put your finger in here, and it comes with 3, and it's from Amazon as well, a white, blue, and a pink one. We also had a tongue scraper. I'll be linking that below too. It's just like a cotton thing that you can use from when he's like a few days old. After a bath, you just brush it on their tongue to start, like, you know, good hygiene. Then we also got this Dove baby lotion. It's a tad bit, like, it's subtle. It's not as strong as like Baby Magic. Let me turn this TV down. It's not as strong as Baby Magic. However, I don't put it on his body because I did notice when we used Baby Magic, because my mom wanted us to, he broke out a little bit. So on his skin, we use Baby Aveeno uncensored. He's playing with the ball, but this one we just use on the outside of his clothes. So I'll rub it into my hands and put it on the outside of his clothes as well as his feet. That way he can still have a scent and smell good, but we just don't use it directly on his skin. I also mentioned that we use coconut oil on his hair because it's thin. His hair is thin. It's still like coming in. Also, y'all aren't realizing because I'm gonna cut it all out, but I do have to keep stopping to get him because he wanted to be out of that. But anyways, So getting into activities and gear. So that's going to be a teether. Let me show you guys this teether. Even when I looked on Amazon and was adding this to my registry, I just knew, I just felt it. Mom, intuition, my motherly senses. I just knew he was going to like this. And what you do is you put your hand through his little hand and grabs this and he goes, suck it. Mama. And it's like, you know, it imitates a nipple or his baba pacifier or whatever. And he honestly will still use this. He literally just used this 3 days ago to fall asleep. Like after his baba, I noticed him still like doing the little sucking sensation. And he fell asleep with this without even finishing his baba. And you can put it in the freezer. This my aunt bought, I think from Amazon. You can also put it in the freezer as well, or fridge. And it has like the little jelly in it. I don't know if y'all can see it, but anyways, comes like this, and he likes this too. And then we have a standing bouncer. So the standing bouncer I'm using the iPad. This one I just bought when he was 7 months. It looks like this. It is $80 and I love this thing. I really wish it's in California right now. I really want my parents to return it and buy it again out here, affordable. But my mom won't do that because she said that it needs to be washed and all this stuff. But anyways, it's $80, which is kind of pricey. But if your baby's active, Judah's super active. He's in everything. He's everywhere, which I love. Like, he's a boy. He's all boy. But he's just so active. And he wouldn't sit in the previous bouncer Quez family had got for him. I mean, he would sit in it, but like not longer than like 5 minutes, he'd be ready to be out. But this one in particular, it turns in 360. Like if he wants to look behind him, he can turn with it. It's a bouncer, and then he can keep it. It's like, you know, worth your coins because it could end up standing in it. Not standing in it, but standing outside of it. It becomes like a toy little station. And then it interchanges in the center part from like him sitting in there, and then you can change it to a net to where they can keep their toys in so it's not cluttery like around your room. And tummy times. My aunt bought him a tummy time thing for him to do tummy time on, and Judah was over here scooting at 3-4 months old. Being unaffordable. Y'all gonna hear me say I didn't say being affordable like at least 10 times. Being affordable, I love it. You don't need to buy a tummy time thing with toys for sensories. You can DIY it, like lay a blanket down, a clean blanket, a baby blanket, especially as a newborn, a clean baby blanket, lay them softly on their tummies, lay them on their backs, and hold a teething toy above and like let them look at it, put it closer to them, see if they reach out for it. Like there's things that you can do that you don't have to spend money on, that's DIY, and that I'm sure our parents did back in their day when they didn't have all these new gadgets and things that we have now, in the words of my mom. Sitting bouncer rocker duo, it's called. It's $60 if it's up to 20 pounds, so you can use it for some months. And I used it to give him a bottle. If he was wide awake, he wasn't going to sleep, he just wanted a bottle, and I didn't want to hold him, or I needed to wash a bottle or whatever, we would set him in this bouncer. And he's fallen asleep in it before. Quez will put him into sleep. It looks like this. It is $60, but it was great. Even when I needed to use the restroom and Quez was at work, everybody's at work, so I would bring him to the bathroom in this. I've set him in the shower, not in the shower, I've set him in the bathroom while I took a shower before and gave him his bottle in this just fine. So $60, but I think it's worth it. And the last thing on activities and gear is a baby carrier outside of the stroller, because the baby carrier, it allows you to like not have to, you know, carry stuff with your arms. It's just moving with you. A lot of people have the cloth one, but I got this one from Amazon, and both Quez and I wear it, especially like traveling in the airport. It's originally $38. I round up. It's originally $38, but now it's on sale for $33. We've used it in a couple of our videos as well on our channel. Like Judah will still, to this day, if we put it on him, he'll fall asleep on us. But that was also on my registry, so I didn't pay for it. Let's get into the next one, is cleaning. Just 2 things. Drifts. We like drifts. However, we have used Arm & Hammer sensitive, I think it was. As long as the detergent is sensitive, unscented, you know, very light and soft, we've used it on his clothes as he got older. But the first like 3 months, we used drift, stage 1. And then also for his like dishes and all these things, if you can't afford like Dapple, because we use Dapple baby soap, I've also used Dawn, like a mild soap, warm water, and you know, just make sure it's rinsed well and clean. So for clothing, I have a little note to mention to go off when your baby will be born. Just make sure you put on your registry not just 0 to 3 months for one, because your baby is going to grow, but add some 3 to 6 month onesies on there. And then also count the months of when your baby is going to be born. So Judah was born in October. So that means his 0 to 3 month clothes really shouldn't, especially in like California, because it gets cold in the winter. It shouldn't have been summer onesie straps, no sleeves, sandals, all these cute little things. That's cute, but you just got to think like, is my baby gonna wear this? Now if someone gifts it for you, that's fine, let them wear it in the house, take a picture in it. I would just say to buy for when your baby's gonna be born. So if it's gonna be a once baby, buy once clothes. Summer, buy summer clothes, and so on and so forth. If you can't buy nothing else, get you some white onesies or black, whatever your preference is. They're gonna go through onesies like it's nobody's business, whether they spill something on it, spit up on it, get dirty, go outside, a bunch of people touching on your baby if you allow that. It's just like you want to keep them clean. So white onesies is the way to go. If you can't think of an outfit, you just want to be quick, maybe you have a little PPD, you know, you want to just be able to throw something on. White onesies is quick, easy. Socks as well. You need some socks. You're gonna get in the video. Thrifting isn't really my thing, but being affordable, if that's your forte, Judah, let me let y'all see Judah. Okay, so, but if it's your forte, like I was saying before, thrift. Just make sure the clothes are clean, new. Some people bring baby clothes brand new, not worn, because their baby can't fit anymore and they don't have no one else to give it to. So thrifting. And what else do I have? Oh, and then also like there's Amazon dupes for like clothing items that you may see like your favorite YouTuber or somebody have onesies. Also two-way zippers, not the button ones, but the two-way zippers, the ones that zip up here and the bottom. Because when I change you, especially if you're sleeping and I want to change you, I can zip up and the whole top part of his onesie, long sleeve, is still on him. I could change him real quick and put his feet back in and zip him back up. So zippers are perfect. And then you don't have to worry about like the button pinching their skin. Yeah. Can I get a high five? Yeah. Okay. And then also last thing for clothing for boys. This is for the boy moms. Target, don't be having the cutest clothes for boys. It's like very minimal. They have cute things, but it's minimal. Walmart, all these places is minimal. But let me tell you, Shein, and maybe Temu now too, because that's newer, but Shein has cute boy clothes, like little cute boy sets. Shein has cute sets for boys. So if you're worried about like, dang, like I got a boy, there's no cute clothes, go to Shein. And Shein is affordable, so 2-in-1. Move. I want to move this. This is irritating me. Like the color, it's not going. Okay, like doesn't that look better? Last thing is medical. So obviously you want to make sure your child has coverage. So even if it's like the state coverage, get it applied. For those who don't know, because I didn't know, your baby is covered. Like if you do it last minute and don't try and do it before, your baby is covered for, I don't know if it's 30 or 31, but your baby's covered for a month. I'll just say that. From the day they're born up until a month, they're covered. So when they, like your baby has to get seen, obviously you have to make sure you can get discharged. First 5 days, your baby has to be seen to make sure like everything's going good. So you don't have to worry about like, dang, that's another bill I have to pay for. No, it's covered. So they have a 1-month appointment. So that 5-day appointment and 1-month appointment should be covered. Little medical items that I think you should have for your newborn essential is infant Tylenol. You can get it from Target. If they're 6 months plus, then you can start using Motrin, like baby ibuprofen. I think the difference is just that the ibuprofen lasts longer, so it's a little bit stronger on a newborn. Also got gripe water. It's just like Anticolic, gassy, fussy. It's different things. You have to read the label for what you want it for, but we liked that. We thought that it helped. I don't know if it was like a mental thing or not. It was cool for us, the gripe water. And we still have some in his travel backpack now. Baby orange gel for teething, thermometer, like the digital one, or if you can get like the one for like rectal, because the rectal is the best spot to get the temperature for your baby. They do get fevers with teething, so you know that happens. So Tylenol brings it down. Last but not least, a baby nose aspirator. I'm gonna link it down below, the one we got. Come here. The baby, you getting milk all on the side of his mouth. Okay, so the baby nose aspirator, the little squeeze one, that's obviously the cheapest inexpensive one that you can get. So if you're, you know, being affordable, we've used that one. He just doesn't like it. But the one that we do use constantly that he doesn't really have a problem with, and actually he used to laugh when I first did it, it's an electric one. My aunt got it off my registry. Thankful to her. I'm gonna link that one down below too, so y'all can check that one out. But that's the end of the video. I hope this video is not long, and if it is, I hope you got some useful information from it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Especially subscribe if you want to stick around and see me on my own channel. And subscribe to our couple channel, which I'll link below, like I said a million times in this video. All right, bye.